Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brotato, the arena survival action roguelike itself. We are going to be checking out the mage again here. It's been a hot moment since I played them, and when we played them, we didn't use the lightning shiv. At the very least, not in early access. So why would I not use the lightning shiv? I mean, truthfully, I do think that all of these options are better and smarter at a base. But lightning shiv has some fun properties to it, but some clear, obvious, major downsides as well. So I'm curious to see what we can do with them in the new state of the game. I really just don't know how good it is anymore. But Mage has 5 elemental damage. Elemental damage modifications increased by 33%. You start with a snake and a sacred sausage. I know what I said. Range damage, melee damage, and engineering down. The melee damage aspect being the pretty logical key part of that. Kind of gutting the chance that we could actually kill enemies with the lightning shiv ourselves in melee range. We have to rely on the bouncing projectile that it provides, which is good and strong, but also not being able to kill the things that are right in front of your face has always been a tricky thing in Brotato. Let's see how it is now, though. New enemies appear, elites and hordes appear. Enemies are stronger, more elites and hordes appear, and 2 bosses appear at once. We're doing danger level 5 because, like I said, I tried danger level 2, and it felt kind of snoozer to me by comparison at this point, difficulty-wise. And that's not like a tooth, though, and horn thing. It's more just like, once you've submitted yourself to absolute torture, you kind of just build up this layer where you're like, I need to feel alive. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Out of these, I guess I go actually speed. We just need to stay out of range of enemies. So lightning shiv, we are going to lock lumberjack shirt, but we're on a hunt for lightning shiv. We could take fertilizer. There's actually no reason to keep, like, make no mistake. Does lightning shiv scale with melee damage? Sure. Are we getting out of the negative 100 melee damage hole at any point in this run? Are we going to be doing more than 1 damage with the lightning shiv in physical melee range? No! So we might as well tank our melee stat. It doesn't matter. We don't care about it. It's as good as 0 forever. We can just assume that. So we can get a wonderful crit of 2 damage, and it does bypass that 1 damage threshold, but it's not gonna matter. I'll take harvesting early. We'll go for this. You know what? I'm taking this before I roll. Another fertilizer. Sure. Hey. 13 harvesting. I mean, I think harvesting is better than it ever has been, I think, right now. Because of the new, we did the run yesterday. If you didn't see it, I had a run with 2,000 harvesting yesterday because of some new harvesting changes. Obviously, I was playing a harvesting-focused character as well, but it's better than it's ever been. Is it a great build? Is it like a top-tier build? I don't know. And also, who cares? It's a single-player game. Like, just vibe a little, okay? Just, like, have some kind of chill. But is it way more viable than it used to be? Yes, I think so. All right, we're going to take all of those because killing tree... Yes. Yes. Because killing trees is going to be a nightmare otherwise. Oh my god. See, look at that. You see what I'm talking about? It's kind of a strange weapon. Like, we are doing so much damage, but none of that damage is to the enemy that the knife is hitting. You know? That's kind of... It's weird to work around. So, like, in the past, when I've done a build like this in the demo, something like Ugly Tooth became really, really important. Sure. More speed. I have a need for speed. What the hell? Okay. How much damage does it do? It does less damage. Wait, but it's 2. 2 projectiles. But it's an epic. Wait, what? Oh no, it scales 50% off of melee and elemental. But, oh, this sucks, man. because the... that sucks, man. That's such a cool weapon. Like, that was in the back of my head, like, the other reason why I wanted to go Lightning Shiv is because I knew that weapon existed, but... Man, that can't be used on Mage, really? Like, it can, but... Without the fact that it scales off of 50% elemental damage... Like, the fact that it scales off of melee damage as well... Seems harmless, right? But it makes it so it does 1 damage on the Mage, even though it scales with elemental. That's, like... It's a really big deal. God, this is such a strange way to play. Oh man. I'm gonna take it, like obviously. I'm going to grab that. And we'll see what's what. Maybe I try and dig melee damage out of the... It's just not gonna happen. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Hitting an enemy spawns 2 projectiles that do 15 damage and slows the enemies around them. Seems interesting. Does it do that damage in an AoE? I'm having a hard time parsing what it's exactly doing here. I'm seeing a decent amount of 15s pop up. If it shoots out the projectiles for every single enemy hit, then that's a different story. It's pretty decent. But it's still being absolutely gutted by the fact that it has any melee scaling to it, which you would think would be a benefit. But, like, this is the character that you would think it'd be good on. Like, I gotta be real. It's just, I'm not gonna be able to dig it out of the hole. Be 85? Like, something like 85 plus melee damage I would need to break even? Yeah, I wish that this was minus 100% melee damage modifications instead of melee damage down. That would make it so... Because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what character uses this? If not the mage, what character uses that? Flamethrower! I'll take it. Oh, but... Nah. We can have one as a treat. This will be the one flamethrower I'm allowed to have to, like, keep enemies off my my face. Because otherwise we have nothing to kill the thing right in front of us. It is interesting seeing this lightning sword. In action, though. The yellow lightning is coming from it. But it's like, I don't know. Yeah. I think it would be really, really good and really fun in a different character's hand, but yeah, I'm desperately struggling to figure out who would utilize it well. You would have to just be like the well-rounded, I think. I think you just have to be well-rounded and say, sure. Just whatever. I don't really care about that item. You're going to give me about 1 million of these. I'll take them. I will take that. Fire spreads more. More trees. More trees. Actually, no. We'll want to go lifesteal. If we have the flamethrower and this... Yeah. Look at that. 1 flamethrower, and we can actually handle things in melee proximity. Do they die fast? No, not super fast, but it is fun that literally only 1 weapon and will have a chance at actually doing it in a reasonable time. Not to mention, as we scale up, whenever we hit the threshold that makes it do 3 damage, it's such a big change. Like, when we cross that threshold, whenever it hits, and we're probably pretty... I thought you were going to be dead. We're probably pretty close. It's going to be a 50% damage increase on that weapon, so... It's kind of an interesting thing with SMGs and flamethrowers. Anything that fires lots of bullets really quick. Sure. Sure. No. Yes. Sure. Yes. Sure. I need survivability, though. Olenki. I'll tell you what. I'll just combine it. I don't want to sell a dagger as much as I could, and it would be good. I don't want to just make this run like exactly like the other one I did. I'm happy to have one flamethrower, but I want the stars to be like the weird propagation. I want to be really good at hitting random enemies across the map and stuff. And I thought you'd be dead by now. You have to move differently on this run. Like, you have to move way differently. You can't assume that enemies are going to be dead in the way you can with most other high damage builds. And this is a very high damage build. It's just got quirky targeting. I thought we would be a little bit faster. Good money, good money, good money. What are our things? Do we have elites or do we have... Oh, of course. I don't really want to be negative luck, but apparently it doesn't matter. I do want lifesteal. Stop taunting me! We have a flamethrower. At least give me this, the Thunder Sword. Not because I think it's going to be better. I think the flamethrower is way better on this character. But because it's different. Is eye surgery unique? Yes. Assumed as much. Eye surgery is a very big pickup for us, obviously. Like, that whole thing of, like, walking into enemies and assuming they're dead when I really shouldn't. That whole thing. That old chestnut. It's going to be less likely when we have increased speed on burn. A little bit of lifesteal would go such a long way today. We have so many hits that we do. Like, the fact that we were lifestealing as much as we were there and we only have 3% is, frankly, kind of stupid. And I love it for us. Projectiles pierce through an additional target. I think that works with lightning. I'm not going to save my money. I don't care. I hate that item. I want it to go back to never showing up. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with the armor. Free roll. Give me lifesteal, please. That's fine. Because now we're back at 0 regen. We could, like, you know, opens it up so if we get, like, sad tomato or something, we're good. Recycling machine, we only have 1 elite. I think it's still worth it. At 68, I think it's worth it. The removal of, like, the massive inflation increase means that things like that are not so shabby. These things are resilient. Oh, my God. Wouldn't mind some knockback. Okay, we actually hate those weird, like... Okay, that's right. It's a horde. I was like, what's happening? This wave is actually hard. And it's hard because it is hard because it's a horde. That's the thing. It's supposed to be. I do love our speed. Really rewarding feeling. Going for it. Why do we get less money? Riddle me this. Why do we get less money? What's my crit at? Oh, it got nerfed again. Blobfish, I don't care which version it's at. Just, like, pick one. I couldn't care less which version Hunting Trophy is. But it got nerfed again. I didn't realize that. Campfire's nice. Fine. There it is. Mr. Universe. So, the lightning sword is basically, what if the dagger... It's kind of like the legendary lightning shiv that I made when I was modding. Kind of. In the sense that it makes it so it scales off of elemental melee, and it has a different, the different yellow lightning effect off of it, and it looks vaguely similar. Vaguely. So I think it's kind of doing a similar thing, but it's so tough to really see it shine. Like, it's doing good work, but it's hard to, like, respect what it's doing because it's hard to see. But it's sort of doing what Ugly Tooth would do, more or less. Do we tank my dodge? Let's tank my dodge. Give me Converter. Oh, I thought I was going to get it immediately after that. Is it too late for that? That's 21 damage for 180. It's still worth it. Why'd I roll that? No good reason. I'm so fast. I would love the converter or transistor converter. I don't remember. I don't recall. Flamethrower is doing 4 per, and it is night and day. Man, yeah. Like, why not go for lightning shivs? I mean, if your goal is to win, you can probably see how much more Flamethrower is doing for us than Lightning Shiv. Not to say that Lightning Shiv isn't doing a lot of work. It's killing a lot of randos. But the few inches in front of you are the more important places. You know? That's where the people you care about are. Whoop. Doesn't actually scale up of elemental. Crits. I could. You know? Wow me. It should... I mean, since we have the flamethrower as well, having like kind of a utility tool for a little bit more slowdown and stuff doesn't sound like that big of a deal. Even if it is worse than Lightning Shiv on this character, which again, I can't quite tell because there's an unspoken utility aspect that is really hard to quantify on the AoE slowdown. This has to be a horde. Is way too big and weird of a jump up if it's not a horde. Because I can't tell. Like, if it does AoE damage as well, that's only 8% lifesteal. Imagine if we get ourselves up to where I actually want to be at like at least 20. That's the other reason why flamethrower is just better. It uses lifesteal like a son of a gun. Though one is a big difference. Plasma sledgehammer. Wait a minute. Look at that. Plasma sledgehammer actually doing damage, believe it or not. I'm not going to take it right now. It's just too... how do you say? Bad? There we go. I've been like hard rolling, literally just looking for it because I have 34% speed. I never have 34% speed. That's a big get. That is a big get. Doing 5 damage with a flamethrower now. I do want survivability in the form of like armor and HP. The amount of lifesteal we have should be like pretty good for getting a lot of the job done. But I think that we actually have a build that is really bad against bosses. I think so. At least as far as doing single target damage. The elite is going to be a really good test of whether or not that's true. But we have solid sustain and really good wave clear. But I really don't think our technical DPS is impressive on a target that we can't reliably bounce to. But I don't know. We did just get like a really big damage upgrade. So I could be wrong. We might just be so strong that it doesn't matter. We really might be. All that lifesteal is going to do a lot of work. That's going to be big. Is it? Eh. I'm going to assume that'll be big. It's a legendary flamethrower, I'd hope. I'd hope it'd be strong. Yeah, we don't love these guys. Healthy units. Got the trail. Vroom. Vroom. Power generator is the name of it, isn't it? Power generator. I mean, you know what I mean when I say converter. The thing. The one. The item that everybody just wants to see if they don't have negative speed. Lifesteal? Lifesteal? Lifesteal, where are you at? I think we were getting it, but it was just too quiet. I think we were lifestealing. It just was getting overwritten sound-wise. I'll take the elemental damage. This is awkward. A little late for a reroll. Ugly Tooth! About dang time. Okay, so we're going to actually... I don't know if Ugly Tooth and Lightning... Whoa. What happened there? And the Lightning stack or not? It's just when those... Yeah, when those enemies are standing right kind of by each other, they just pop. 2 enemies by each other. They bounce off. They ping-pong. The ping-pong wombo combo. It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Thunder Sword is nice. Not the #1 showcase character, but I do think it's nice. Some money around. Lots of money around. I'm trying. Wave 17, I could. I'm not going to. I'll wait a touch. Sure. Whetstone, absolutely sure. Okay, you know what? I'm going to combine it to Legendary. 4 projectiles that do 75. Now, there we go. Okay. Okay. It Legendaries well. It legendaries pretty well. Oh, God. Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, I hate this guy. Okay, flamethrower doing good work against them. But you can see what I'm saying, that my single target, while we have like a really dumb build that is absurdly strong, kind of taking a while to die. But he also can't move. Note that this guy normally runs really fast around right now, but he literally just can't. So that is a secret little element of it that's really nice, for sure. All right, now let's pick up all the extra money. Okay. I mean, that's a good sign. I mean, anytime you get flamethrower, you take lifesteal. That's just the law. I mean, anytime you get a free legendary for beating the elite. That's why I'm not like, oh my god, legendary. You get one. I'm happy to have it. I'll take some range. Who cares? What's gonna make a bigger difference? Probably percentage right now. Those are good. I don't have any dodge. Obviously, more flamethrower is good. But again, we've already done it. I feel like I'm already fudging things a little bit by picking it up and having a legendary. But it was too exciting to say no to, right? And it just makes it makes it so you can do anything else. If you're mage and you get a flamethrower and you get some lifesteal, you can do anything else you want. Doesn't really matter. Not to mention that flamethrower is a wonderful one-off item because the way that fire stacking works is it always overrides it to whatever the strongest fire stack is supposed to be, or at least that is what Blobfish said. That whatever the strongest fire is the one that's on from a weapon. And then Sacred Sausage is a separate thing that can get stacked as well. So only having one, like, godly fire stacking thing is the way to go. Do I want it? I'm going to assume it's good. Sure. I'm just going to assume, yes. What are we going to not get? Great. All right. Hello. Yeah, I mean, our boss killing capabilities leaves a little bit to be desired. Is it possible? Yes. Especially because we do always have them sort of bouncing off each other. But, like, it's really hard to focus damage here. I will say I love how slow they are. That's so important and cannot be understated. The guy who's, like, running around right now normally runs around absurdly fast. And he can't do that right now. Yeah, we're able to, like, the crowd control aspect is... Huh. It's really nice. I think that's the hidden talent of, or not so hidden talent, but hidden importance of Thundersword. But I would imagine, we were doing 30 damage with it at the end? We actually were doing 30 damage with it at the end? Dang, we did dig ourselves out of the 100 damage hole with some percentage damage and elemental damage nonsense. We were able to. Obviously, it's still very bad. Like, it does 60 damage normally. So... Oh, it was when we turned it into a legendary. That's when. But, yeah, no. On a different character, I think that you've got yourself a stew going. I guess well-rounded would be a logical choice. Like, just... Or old, like any of these characters where it's like their thing is that they don't really have a thing for what damage to take. Arguably speedy. I don't know if I'd do that. I don't think I would do ghosts. It's pretty obviously Farmer, you just go for other stuff. Sick. I could see it working okay on Sick with a bunch of lifesteal. But yeah, it's just kind of like multitasker would be really weird, but I don't know. Like how would you afford that many epics? It just wouldn't happen. But yeah. I guess you could technically do it on Hunter. I do kind of want to try a melee Hunter build at some point here. But yeah, like one-armed, I don't know, maybe soldier. Yeah. Masochist could obviously make it work. Masochist could probably make anything work. Same with Demon. But alas, that's that. That's going to do it here for today. Fun weapon, fun idea. I really enjoyed this run. It was a good time. Yeah, Mage is just very, very strong. He's one of the characters that I recommend if you're just trying to get a Danger Level 5 win. Like, seriously, just go, like, Torch or Taser. Or, no, go Wand. Like, go Wand, but then pivot into Flamethrower the second you see one. And you should, over the course of a couple runs, you should be able to find a Flamethrower. Like, once you find your first one, it's easier to find the second one. But go Wand. Buy the first Flamethrower you see, get a lot of lifesteal, get a lot of armor, health, elemental damage, and hell, you can stack Flamethrowers. Like, I don't recommend it for, like, DPS, but for survivability, for survivability, stacking Flamethrowers and lifesteal and armor and stuff is actually very valid. But alas, that's that. That's going to do it here for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel, roguelikes and more every single day, and I will see you next time. Bye.